So our final speaker, Eric Stewart, President of the American Central European Business Association. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to my office, by the way, in my kitchen, the new office and my new no-tie attire here in the United States. First, I'd like to say thank you for the welcome, Joan. Secondly, Adonis, congratulations on a successful Secretary Pompeo visit to Greece. I'll be very American in my remarks, which will be very brief and to the point. The world caught a horribly bad break this year, obviously, with this terrible pandemic. Therefore, Greece and Cyprus and the whole region caught a terrible break. I would say specifically for Greece, the good news is, and the upside is that the Greeks had the foresight to elect and put into office this government that is very pro-business and very focused on the economy and getting things done efficiently and well. So that was fortunate, because had they not, the economy in Greece would probably be even worse than it is now. So I encourage this administration to continue to pursue all of its goals and what it's trying to accomplish in the economy, because they were really truly on the right track and really changing, in my opinion, the mindset and the approach for doing business for the country of Greece as a whole, essentially. I will give you a very brief anecdote from my experience over the past few years working with Greece. The Greek government came to me and had a proposal for an idea, how we could do more together, America, Greece, etc. And I said, great, wonderful, happy to do that. What's the next step? They said, we'll get back to you in 6 months. And I said, that's not going to work for me. That doesn't work for us. If you get back to me at a minimum in 6 days, then we can do something together. And we never did anything. This new administration has come in. We had the very same question asked, and we took action in about 6 minutes. So it's a real sea change, and it's a welcome sea change, especially given the challenges we have now. My suggestions and recommendations for both the Greeks and Cypriots as well is do everything you can to understand the challenges that the current investors have. So many governments make the focus on new investment. Find out what the current investors mean, and I don't mean the small mom and pop shops. Those folks are going to need probably financial aid, which is a lot of what's happening now. But find out what the larger investors truly need. Are there ways to have temporary tax shelters? Are there ways to have potential other grants and credits? Is there a way to loosen any of the labor standards? And again, these can all be temporary measures that are sunset. But the companies aren't looking for handouts; they're looking to survive. And a lot of them are going to have just short-term budgetary concerns or short-term problems. See what the government can do to really help those current investors, versus spending a lot of effort and time on attracting new, which is going to be extremely challenging in this environment. I have been very impressed with Enterprise Greece, and I would encourage the Adonis and the government to really, as much as possible, double down on those and those agencies to really, again, spend time as ombudsmen trying to figure out how they can keep the current investors current and active and as successful as possible. Big picture, I would encourage both countries to really think internally as much as possible, and externally within the EU to find ways to do something to get TTIP on track. That's the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership. We've been talking about a free trade agreement between the United States and Europe for more than 30 years, and it's never gotten done. We're in a terrible situation, which could really be helped if we had a free trade agreement between our two countries, essentially. And I know there's a lot of challenges and hurdles and regulations and geographical indicators and things that governments don't want to give up and countries don't want to give up. But now is that time. We'll have potentially have a new government in November. We'll have a government in November in the U.S. But either way, I would encourage the Europeans to be prepared to really become more serious to us at the table. And hopefully you'll have a partner on the U.S. side that would share that interest. Lastly, I would just say I'm very excited. American companies are excited about Greece, are excited about this new government, as I've said, and I intend to bring a business mission to Greece later this year. And I've already got more than a dozen very large U.S. companies all lined up and ready to come to Greece and hopefully continue to do more business between our two countries. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for that. It's really good to get your perspective. So